Yo, what's going on YouTube? You're back with the Prez. Today I'm bringing you a full week of training. So currently I've been working on an upper-lower split. I never got back on that bro split where I was training single muscle groups just because this upper-lower split was allowing me just to hit each muscle group more and get overall more volume in. And I noticed I was making better progress and strength gains. So like I said, there's an upper-lower split. So we're starting the week off. This is Monday, February 15th, and it's my upper day, so I'm labeling it day 1 upper. I'm starting this week off, like I said, this has been a hypertrophy phase for me. So the first movement of the day, we did standing barbell military presses. We did 4 sets of 9 reps. The goal is to hit 10 reps at a given weight. I was working at 120 pounds, and I hit 4 sets of 9 reps. So I'll stay at that 120 pounds till I hit 4 sets of 10. From there, I moved on to 2 sets of bodyweight handstand push-ups on the wall just to get some more volume in handstand push-ups and to get some calisthenic training in. And like always, I train shoulders first, so these first exercises are all shoulder-based. Moving on from the handstand push-ups, I went into some isolation. Dumbbell side lateral raises, a staple movement you guys always see me do. Really good for that overall development of the delt in general. Really going to give that 3D look. And here I'm hitting 15 reps for 3 sets. Straight from there, you guys know I'm a big proponent on training the rear delts. They're very important for posture, and not only that, do they also give you that 3D look for the shoulders also. So here I'm doing a variation of a face pull. I'm doing a cable. You could do any rear delt movement here. Today I chose to do face pulls. So 3 sets, 12 to 15 reps, and that wraps up shoulders. And then we're going to be moving on to chest. Like always, guys, remember I train shoulders, chest, back in that order predominantly when I'm training upper body. And if it was full body, it would be shoulders, chest, back, and then legs. But since I'm on this upper-lower split, I'm hitting a full upper body session on my upper day. And you'll see how I tailor my workouts one upper body day compared to the next upper body day. So moving on from shoulders right away, we got chest. So this movement is going to be specifically tailored to getting better at weighted dips. So I've been keeping it moderate so I can progressively overload each week. Here I have on 60 pounds, and again, we want 4 sets of 12 with this weighted dip movement. I'm really trying to just get better in my dip game, increase my reps. Dips are one of my strongest movements. So 4 sets of 12, and each week I've been going up 5 pounds. The previous week I did this at 55 pounds. The week before that, 50 pounds. So I've been on this routine for a while now. So 4 sets of 12, next week I'll increase. Moving on from there, we went on to some machine work for chest. This is just to get more blood and more overall volume in the chest. And again, we're working in the hypertrophy rep range for every exercise. Here we're going machine chest presses, and you want to be aiming again for that 8 to 12 rep range. And you want to keep constant tension on the chest here. We're not locking out. We're controlling the eccentric, really feeling the stretch, and coming just before lockout and squeezing the chest each rep. Straight from there, we supersetted that with another isolation movement. Here we're focusing on chest flies. Chest flies, these 2 movements are going to have your chest swole. The burn, the lactic acid buildup is going to be high. This is going to be really great to target that inner chest. So each rep you really want to squeeze and focus, put your mind-muscle connection to use. This is really going to help you build that inner chest, which is a weak point for me. That's why I'm really focusing on more of these fly movements, which you'll be seeing in a lot of my videos and all my training. So, second exercise that we hit for chest was the superset of the machine chest press with these chest flies, both working in that 10 to 12, and if you want, you can hit up to 15 reps in both of these movements. Alright, like always, after chest, we move on to back. And now, day 1 of my upper, like you see, my first chest movement was a calisthenic movement where I was hitting weighted dips, and the same is applying for weighted pulls. So I have not been able to increase past this 45-pound plate yet. The goal here is to get 3 sets of 10 reps with this 45-pound plate. This is the first set 1, I catch 10 reps, and each previous week I've only been hitting about 8 or 9 reps on each set. So hitting 10 reps on set 1 was a PR, but for set 2 and set 3, the reps dropped. I hit 9 reps on set 2, 8 reps on set 3. Straight from those weighted pulls, now we're going into more of a horizontal back movement. Now, one of my favorite exercises are these cable rows. And here you're going to see I lean forward, I let the shoulders roll forward, I let my scapula protract each rep, and then I retract the scap, bring the shoulders back, and pull back from my elbows, really engaging the entire back. This exercise and these horizontal rowing movements are really great for that vertical, for that thickness in the back. So, that was a wrap for day 1 upper. Now we're moving on to our lower body day. First lower body day of the week. So, warming up. Here you're going to see this is me warming up with some mobility drills. I'm doing deep squats in an overhead press, and I'm doing some SOT presses in between with the barbell. So this is really great for opening up their hips, the hip flexors, and this is just going to also warm up the shoulders because the shoulders are going to be in that external rotation for the whole squat. So normally on my squat days, I'm either going to be squatting again in that hypertrophy rep range, 6 to 12 reps for 4 sets, or I'll work more on holds, isometric holds. So today what you're going to see is going to be more of a strength building day. So here, second warm-up set, I'm doing another mobility drill. You guys have seen this in my Instagram posts, and I have never ever seen anybody else really do this type of exercise. This is a warm-up that I'm pretty sure I came up with myself. Really good for glute activation, really good for stabilization in the legs, and really good for opening up the hip flexors in themselves also. So what you want to do here is you want to stabilize on one leg. You want to load up a barbell. You want to keep it relatively light. I have 135 on. Stabilizing on that one leg, which I'm doing on my left leg now, is forcing me to squeeze the glute, activate the entire leg. If I'm not squeezing and engaging, I would not be able to balance myself. And the opposite leg comes up. You're trying to break 90 degrees, really open up and flex those hip flexors here. This is going to help you for deep squats. Straight from there, I go into a few deep squat reps just to warm up the nervous system and get my body used to the range of motion. So a light 135 for some deep squat warm-ups. Okay, getting into my first working set. Remember, I said I'm going to be working in the hypertrophy rep range most of the time when doing squats, but today I was going to focus on a strength building session, right? So just to get some hypertrophy rep ranges in and some volume work in, I'm getting one working set in of 10 reps. I throw 225 pounds on the bar, and I want to hit a set of 10. And this is also going to really fire up the nervous system. Hitting 10 reps is going to really warm the body up. It's going to engage everything. It's going to increase the heart rate dramatically. So before I get into my heavier sets to come, I want to hit a set of 10 to build some volume in the legs, get a lot of blood flow going to the legs. Alright, now I'm really getting into my main lift of the day. So, throwing on 255 pounds on the bar to get into my sets. Remember, I said this is going to be more of a strength building session. So here I'm going to be working on isometric holds. The benefit of isometric holds, and look guys, I'm really going deep. I'm going to 90 degrees or slightly below. Working holds in this rep range, in this range of motion, is really going to help you dramatically increase your squat strength. Being able to push out of the hole, the lowest portion of the squat, is the hardest part. So if you could do it loaded and hitting it at a pause rep, which is basically cutting out all momentum, all of that stretch reflex that you could get when hitting reps is going to ensure that your legs are really using all those type 2 strength building muscle fibers each set. So that's the goal of this type of workout here. Pause isometric holds in the lowest portion of the squat that you can comfortably get into. And so I hit 3 total top sets working at 255 pounds, just hitting that one single rep each set. And I was resting about 3 minutes in between each set here. And then for set 4, I decided to drop the weight. I dropped the bar down to 225 pounds, and I wanted to see how many max pause reps I was able to get. I didn't have a set number in mind. I didn't think it was going to be high. So 225 pounds for the 4th set of pause reps. And I ended up getting 3 good solid pause reps, holding a good 1 to 2 seconds on the bottom each rep. Okay, straight from our barbell squats, now we're going to get into a little more of a dynamic stability exercise. I've been doing a lot of this unilateral movement type training lately. You see with my Bulgarian split squats, this is when you're training one leg or one limb at a time. So here I'm doing single leg kettlebell Romanian deadlifts. The purpose of doing them on the single leg is really to help stabilize the body, really help with glute activation, and also working the stabilizer of the ankle and the knee. So here I'm hitting 3 sets of this, and I catch 6 reps each set. And again, I'm keeping the weight relatively moderate here. I only have a 30-pound kettlebell in my hand just because I'm really focusing on form and control here. I really want to try to get each set clean without having to break and lose my balance. Really focusing on squeezing the glutes and the hamstrings each set. Alright, right after those single leg RDLs, I moved into another bodyweight exercise that I've been trying to train and get better at lately. Here I'm just working on bodyweight glute ham raises. These are an extremely hard exercise. They're really strenuous on the hamstrings. A lot of core stability is needed. And again, you guys can see I can't get full rep out yet without doing it assisted. And typically when I'm training a barbell movement like squats first, I like to train the more stabilizing and the bodyweight exercises after that. That was the barbell work is my main focus for legs for the day. So I ended off this leg day. Well, it didn't end off, but this was towards the end of my workout, hitting these bodyweight glute ham raises. Right after those, I moved on to a little more isolation work, just to get more volume in, since again, this was a lower volume squat day. I was just doing those isometric holds. So here you're going to see I'm doing leg extensions, and here I do 3 sets, 12 to 15 reps, and I'm only resting here about 60 seconds in between each set. I'm keeping the burn high. The lactic acid buildup is real high. And right after the leg extensions, of course, you guys know I train calves even if they grow or not. So here I'm doing some weighted calf raises on the machine. And what I like to do is I like to do slow, negative, get a nice stretch, and then try to hold the top full lockout for as long as I can, keep as much tension on the calf as possible. And this was a wrap for the lower body day, day 2 of the week. And let's continue. And here we are, day 3. It is Wednesday of the week. And you guys have saw this clip in my full day of eating video that I just posted a few days ago. So for this Wednesday, I kept it as an active recovery day. I did some incline treadmill walking and just some handstand practice. No muscle was broken down. I kept this a relatively low carb day. And again, this was just an active recovery day. Day 3, Wednesday. Alright, continuing with the week. Day 4. It is now Thursday. 2:18. Back to an upper body day. So I hit my first upper body day Monday. Tuesday was a lower body day. Wednesday was an off day. Thursday means we're back to upper body. So on my first upper body day, you saw the main focus was barbell standing military press. Here on my second upper body day, it's a more of a calisthenic focused session. So my first main movement is handstand push-ups. I hit 4 sets working in the hypertrophy range. Again, 6 to 12 reps. Each set is the goal. I end up hitting 4 sets of 9 reps here. So next week when I come and do this workout, the goal is to hit at least 10 reps on set 1 and to stay hitting at least 9 reps in the remaining 3 sets. Once I can hit 4 sets of 10 body weight, I may add some ankle weights on to increase the tension, or I'll use my weighted vest. So first movement on the second upper body day is handstand push-ups, and again, this is considered a compound exercise, just using your body weight. Alright, right from those handstand push-ups, I went into some more handstand push-up specific exercises. Here I'm doing barbell military presses again, but here I lowered the weight and the focus is 1 1/4 reps. You guys saw this in my previous video also when I was doing my handstand training. So the purpose of these 1 1/4 reps is to get you stronger in the bottom position of the handstand, coming out of the hole. That's the hardest portion of a handstand push-up. So this is a handstand specific workout. These 1 1/4 rep military presses was the second exercise on my upper body day, and I hit this for 3 sets as well. And I kept it at 3 reps each set because each rep is actually 1 1/4 reps, so it's almost like hitting double. And you guys already know, after shoulders comes chest. So on this calisthenic day, I like to do a little bit of a warm-up before I get into my bar sets. Like I said, the second upper body day is more calisthenic focused. So after the handstand push-ups and the military press, I do 1 set of cable side lateral raises to get some blood flow to the chest. Now, the main exercise for the rest of the day is going to be bar routine. So I start this off with 20 dips, straight into 3 muscle-ups, 10 pull-ups. I hit this for 3 total rounds, and this is, again, focusing on calisthenics, focusing on bar work on my second upper body day. So after 3 sets of the bar complex with the 20 dips, 3 muscle-ups, 10 pull-ups, I decided to keep the last 2 sets, switch it up and do some weighted reps. I threw a 45-pound plate on, and here you're going to see I'm working supinated grip chin-ups. The first 3 sets were all pull-ups in that pronated grip, and I'm not really big on training in that supinated grip, so I'm trying to start adding it and incorporating more. So here I'm hitting pause reps. I'm hitting full range of motion, stopping halfway through, stopping at full lockout, and stopping at full concentric in each movement. I went from a superset of weighted chin-ups to weighted dips, hitting pause reps throughout each set.
You do it,
All right, after the 5 rounds of bar work, now we're going to get into a little more accessory work for our back. So doing pull-ups and chin-ups mainly work your back in a vertical plane of motion. You're only pulling up and down. You're not really getting that horizontal aspect. That horizontal aspect is great for thickness in the back. So here I do 2 sets of seated cable rows close grip, and then I do 2 more sets when I switch the attachment and do more of a wide grip. So these horizontal rows are a staple back movement that I'm always working on, whether it's body weight rows or machine based. Horizontal rowing movement is very important for overall back development. And that was a wrap for the second upper day. Now we're on to Friday. It is now a complete rest day for me, taking a full day off to let my body fully recover. Now it's Saturday morning, my second lower body day of the week. So Friday on my off day, I actually took a flight down to Florida, down to my condo in Hollywood. So I'm going to be spending the next few days down here, but we got to get right back on track. So Saturday was due for the second leg day of the week. So for my lower body day on my second day, the first day is usually barbell focused squat exercise, as you saw when I was doing the isometric pause holds. Now on my second leg day, I like to do more volume, a little more dynamic work, working on stability movements. So I start the workout off here with split stance, Bulgarian split squats, and I superset this with a single leg step up. So these are unilateral movements where we're working single limb at a time. So I did the left leg first on the Bulgarian split squat, so then I go right into 10 single leg step ups with the left leg. Then I do the same thing for the right leg. And this superset is going to have your legs burning. The blood flow and the amount of blood and volume that the legs are getting to them is going to be really high. The lactic acid burn is going to be really high. You want to take short breaks in between each round now. So once I'm done with the superset, I'll rest 90 seconds max and get right back on to another set of the split stance squats. So 3 rounds of this, and then we're going to get on to the next leg exercises. Alright, after we finish off the 3 rounds of the Bulgarian split squats, supersetted with the single leg step ups, we're going into another supersetted exercise. Again, it's going to be another unilateral movement where we're working one limb at a time. So here I'm working on pistol squats, and I'm doing them weighted, and I'm doing them off a bench. So I'm really focusing on the concentric portion of this rep. Concentric meaning me standing up. The eccentric portion would be me sitting down, but I lose tension obviously in the eccentric portion when I sit back on the bench. But I'm doing this for stability reasons. If I was to fully try to control it down, I would not be able to hit each rep consecutively. So this is just getting my body used to the range of motion, and I'm doing them here weighted. And I do 5 reps each leg right into a superset, another movement again. So right after we hit 5 reps on the left, then 5 reps on the right, then we go right into our superset. Back to the left leg, and now we're doing explosive pistol jump ups. From the chair, we explode up on the working leg. 3 reps each leg, and again, I did this for a total of 3 sets, supersetting this weighted pistols with these explosive pistol jumps. So if you guys can notice, this whole workout is actually being done in my condo's building gym, right? So it doesn't have that much equipment. That's why we're doing a lot of supersetted exercises. And then to wrap off the routine, we have a leg press machine. I actually racked the whole entire rack here, so I have all the weight on. So I had 5 sets, 10 to 12 reps each set here, and I'm really trying to focus on doing nice, slow, eccentric reps, not locking out on each concentric, really trying to keep the tension on the quads here. So 5 sets of these seated leg presses to wrap up the leg day. So we did Bulgarian split squats, supersetted with a single leg step up. We did weighted pistols, supersetted with explosive pistol jump, and then we did 5 sets of these seated leg presses. And this was a wrap for the second lower body day of the week. Alright, here we go, day 6. But this is actually day 6 of the previous week's end of sessions, right? So remember, I hit 1 upper, 1 lower, off day, 1 upper, 1 lower. And now Right now, I currently flew down to Florida this current week. You saw all these previous training clips. This second lower leg day that you saw right before these clips was done down in Florida. So my next day, which is going to be a mixed training day, is not going to be until Monday. And Monday I'll still be down in Florida. And I already had this video done, so I wanted to show you the previous week's end-off session. So this is my day 6 of the previous week, and it would be the same session I would do this coming week as well. I just may increase some weight. So what we did here, this is a day where I work on more weakness types training and just try to get some more actual deadlift work in. So I started off the workout with deficit deadlifts. I did 4 sets of 1 rep at 315 pounds. Moving on from the deadlifts, now you're going to see, now I'm working on some incline barbell presses. I'm staying working in that hypertrophy rep range, aiming for 6 to 12 reps. And I kept the weight moderately light here. I kept it at 135 because I wanted to hit the high end of that rep range. So I'm hitting 12 reps here for incline barbell bench press, and I did this for 3 sets, catching 12 reps each set. So when I do this session again, this coming Monday, I'll increase the weight probably to about 140 only. Moving on from the incline barbell bench press, I went on to some shoulder training. Now what you guys will notice here is I'm training in reverse. Usually I train shoulders, chest, then back. What I did, since I started with deadlifts predominantly going to target the posterior chain, but also it's going to be a full body workout. So I did deadlifts first, then I went to my chest exercise second, and then I ended off with shoulders, training shoulders in an extremely fatigued state. So here I did seated barbell military presses. I did that for 3 sets. Moving on from there, I went right on to some calisthenic work. I did some weighted chin-up holds, isometric training here. Remember guys, this is a mixed training day where I'm working on weaknesses. I usually don't train chin-ups too often. I train predominantly pull-ups. So here I wanted to get some isometric chin-up training in, and I supersetted that with weighted dip hold. Again, holding in the concentric portion of the rep, and this is known as the negative in the dip hold. So I just did 1 rep of each, and that's how I ended day 6 of my mixed training day. And this is what a typical week of me training on an upper-lower split looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Any questions, leave a comment. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope this gave you a little insight into my current training routine. And don't forget guys, like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It definitely helps out the algorithms, help me get more views. And again, more views, I could bring better content to you guys. Peace out, BARNATURALS.